What's up, Libra? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, guys, this is coming out a few days late, but I still wanted to get this out. So, this is going to be your June 2018 mid-month reading, all right? So, we'll backtrack a little bit. We're going to do from June 15th to about July 15th, just to see the energies around you. And now, this will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Okay, and whatever comes out, comes out. We'll see what this reading's about. Alright, so what is going on with the sign of Libra? Past, present, and future. Okay. All right, guys, so the energy that you have here is the Empress in the reverse. So this could be something that you choose not to go into or something that's being delayed that you do want to get into. Okay. We have the Two of Cups and the Seven of Wands here. All right, so you're standing your ground with something that has a very close connection to your heart, okay? It could be, a lover. It could be a significant other. It could be, a family member. Just anyone who's close to you. Maybe a job that you really love. With the World card, there's a new chapter that you're going into. So for some of you, maybe you're standing your ground and leaving this behind. For others of you, maybe you're just taking it to a better level, all right? But whichever direction you decide to go in, with the Five of Swords in the reverse, you're avoiding conflict, okay? So let's get into this. Now, going into the past, the first card that we have here is the Ten of Pentacles. So this could be an abundance of money coming in. Maybe you got a promotion, maybe there's a raise, lump sum of money, or something that you just really felt good in. And with the Two of Swords, there's a very important decision that you had to make. You're between, a rock and a hard place. You weren't sure which direction you wanted to take with this just yet. And you have the Queen of Cups, so this could have involved a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, okay? We have the Knight of Cups here too. But I feel like there's a clarity that you get, or maybe secrets that come out, where there's a change or ending to something. But I see it as something that was very good for you, okay? You have the Hierophant, you have the Four of Swords in the reverse, and you have the Four of Cups in the reverse. So what this is telling me is that you're in a place of indecision, but you think about everything very logically, okay? And when you move forward, it's in a way that you just feel like you just made the right choice. And it's something that I feel really stabilizes you. With the Hierophant here, this is something that was meant to be on your path, okay? And it could be towards, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, but you guys could have chosen to walk away from something. So maybe someone else felt betrayed by you, or you felt betrayed by something and you walked away. Now, the next card we have for the past is the Hanged Man. So you're at a place where you don't want to overexert yourself. You don't want to fight. You don't want to scream. This is an energy of someone who's just going to lay back. If there's things that are just forceful and you feel like it's just going to leave your life, you allow it to. If there's something that you think is for you, you kind of just chill and you see, how it's going to grow, how it's going to develop. Page of Cups. So a lot of water energy here, guys. But there could be also an offer that comes in, just something that you're very emotionally calm about, okay? Something that just feels right for you. Five of Swords in the reverse, and you're avoiding conflict with this coming in. Now, we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, so it could be, a player that's in your life if this is, for love. But this could also be someone who's a very good talker, very good speaker, but they're just not reliable when it comes to like closing business deals or doing what they said they were going to do, but they're the life of the party. Okay. Now, the next card that we have here is the Nine of Pentacles. So some of you, maybe you're choosing to walk away from someone and now you're becoming single. But regardless of what you're dealing with, you are very self-sufficient here. Okay, this is someone who's strong. They know how to get what they want. They're standing on their own 2 feet. They're able to cover their, financial aspects in life. And you have the Three of Pentacles. So not only do you feel strong and independent, but you're in a place that you're really building. You could have people around you that appreciate you. They want to hear your ideas. They want to hear, okay, what, do you think is the best path here? And you have the Knight of Swords. So you guys are very focused with whatever this is. Anything that's, detrimental to you, anything that is not going to be within your focus, you're going to just cut that out. Okay? You know what you want and you're very focused on getting that. And with the Nine of Wands, even if you feel exhausted, even if you feel like you've gone through so much, you're still moving forward. Okay? There's just a pain that you're suppressing here, or maybe a sense of forgiveness. Maybe you're forgiving someone or they forgive you, but you move past whatever this is. And with the Four of Cups in the reverse, an offer is accepted, and it could be at a time where you really feel burdened by something, but you're still moving forward. Now, in the present moment, the first card that we have here is the Magician. So with the Magician, you guys are going to be in a place where whatever it is that you want to manifest, it's something that you can do completely on your own. All right, you have every tool within you to do it, and you have the power to do it. You have the Eight of Wands. All right, so this is action, this is talking, this is reciprocation. And you have the King of Wands in the reverse. So off back, guys, if this is within love and you're talking to someone, you're building with them, you feel like you have control over it, just be careful, because there might be things about them that maybe you're uncertain about. Okay, or maybe you're in a place that you're building, but you have something from the past maybe trying to come back in, but you have to turn your back on it because there's just too many illusions here. But there's something that you're very guarded towards. Okay, maybe you're guarded with your money, maybe you're guarded with yourself, maybe you're withholding information, or someone around you is. All right, but there's something here that you feel stuck on. You're very guarded. It's something that makes you feel rooted to the ground. It makes you feel like you can't move forward. This is like that mental anguish that we give ourselves when we just think way too much. And with the King of Swords in the reverse, it's bringing out a lot of shadow elements within you. This is something that you just don't feel good about. Okay, so either somebody has gotten you guys to the point where you kind of just have that breaking moment, and it's just like, you know what? Fuck everyone. Fuck everything. Like, I'm going to do what's right for me. Or this could be something that got you to the point where you were so upset that you could be purposely malicious towards other people. All right, so just be careful with this energy, because the energy that we put out is always going to be the energy that comes back. If you're acting this way because it is a time for you to be selfish, it's time for you to, build something in your own way, then power to you. But if this is coming out of spite or revenge or just wanting to be very cruel towards other people, then this is a very, very harsh energy to come back to you, okay? This is not a boomerang you want to throw. The next card that we have, which is, my favorite communicator out of all the communicators in the deck, is the Page of Swords. I love the Page of Swords because, whoever it is that you're talking to or whatever is being spoken about, you're going to be very clear with what your intentions are. This is what I like. This is what I dislike. This is what I expect from you. If I don't get this from you, then this is what's going to happen. Okay, so this person doesn't bullshit. Whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable to speak about, they speak to you about it. And they're really, they're really, really smart as well. We have the Death card. You guys are bringing about change. You know that, your life has to have a 180 with a certain thing that's happening in your life. Okay, so you're going to be very clear about what it is that you want. Okay, because For some of you, you're being clear with the fact that maybe you don't want to speak to somebody. Okay, for others of you, I feel like there's something that you've been trying to get. There's something that you've been trying to build. But it's like you keep trying and trying. You're not getting the result that you want. So now it's like, okay, let's talk about this because, you know, I'm tired of being dicked around. That's simply what it comes down to. So if anything, I feel like you guys are really just standing up for yourself right now. Because I don't feel too much maliciousness. I just feel that it was time to stand up for yourself in a certain area of your life. Okay? Maybe it's concerning a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But there's something here that you feel that you lost control of. Something that's spiraling downward very fast. But you do have something that you're passionate about here. You do have something that you're wishing for here. Maybe that's what's making you upset. Okay? Maybe what you're wishing for is not doing it for you right now. Or it's not being given to you in the way that you wanted it to be. So you guys just want a new chapter here. You want to be happy, but you have, you know, a very toxic energy around you. There's something around you that is either bringing out the worst in you or could be bringing out the worst in someone else. Now, moving forward, we have the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So if there's anything that you guys are doing that you don't want to come out, you have to be very careful here because this is secrets that come to light. But it could also be something, you know, that you guys are just figuring out. Why is the Seven of Swords in the reverse here? We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Okay. You decide that there's something that you have to move past because you're accepting the fact that it's just too burdening and it has to be let go of. All right. So either a secret of yours comes out and because of that you have to move away from something, or someone else's secret is coming out and you know you can't move forward with this anymore. All right, someone's being fake and dishonest here, guys. Somebody's wearing a mask. All right, there's going to be, you know, a harsh ending or someone that's feeling betrayed. And because of that, something that you may have thought you wanted in your life for a while, it just, you know, you let it go. You have the Six of Cups in the reverse, trying to part ways with things amicably, okay? But with the Six of Swords in the reverse, you're having a hard time moving away from whatever this is, but you know it's time for a new chapter. You know that you have to do things completely differently than what you've done it in the past, okay? And I feel like there, again, is something or someone that's very close to your heart. But the only way to have victory here is to cut that off or to go about things in a completely different way. So I feel like you guys, whether it's willingly or unwillingly, you go into hermit mode. You kind of cave into yourself and you just spend time in your head and just in a place of solitude because you're realizing that you were part of something where, you know, whether it was you or the person or situation you were dealing with, there's just someone or something here that was not as emotionally invested as another energy could have been. All right. So if this is within a relationship, I feel like there's one person that may have really wanted it and another person was just kind of going with the flow, but they weren't really that into it. Okay, if this is with, you know, a job, is just something that you were showing up for and not something that your heart was truly, you know, moved by. But by you letting this go, although it might come in a difficult way, that's where you find the stability. Okay, but something had to go in order for you to get this. You have the Ten of Swords. And you have the Judgment card. So what's happening here, guys? You know, there's going to be two different Libras. For half of you, you may have caused it. For the other half of you, it's just a pill that was, you know, very hard to swallow, but you had to swallow it at this point. So whether you caused a betrayal or a harsh ending or someone did that to you, it was the best thing that could have happened here. Because this was the only way that you were going to find the stability that you needed. Because of this, a foundation is building. So, you know, if this betrayal or if this uncomfortable feeling is coming from your end, maybe you want to tweak how you go about things. Maybe you want to get out of things in a lighter way. Okay, but if this is someone doing it to you, you know, I feel like the universe had to kind of smack us in the face with reality, because that's what I feel is happening here. Okay, there's certain times in our life, because, you know, from what I'm seeing, you've been going back and forth with this, you've been stuck with this, and the way things work out, especially with the universe, if there's something in our life that's not meant to be there, the more and more and more that we ignore certain signs or warnings, the harder lesson that comes in. Okay, so, you know, one small thing could happen, it could break your heart a little bit, but it's like, you know, you still stay in it, and then the next time something happens, it hurts a little more. So, you know, with the universe, if there's something that the universe knows needs to get out of your life, I feel like the lessons become difficult and more difficult and more difficult until you finally just wake up and it's like, oh my God, as much as I wanted this or thought I wanted this, it's just not going to be the best thing for me. So I feel like you guys get to that climax where it's just like, okay, this is not going to work, and I can't fool myself on this anymore. It's just, you know, it's ending in a very harsh way. So let's get some advice. Let's see where you guys stand in all of this and a way that might help you to proceed forward with it. Okay, so honestly, guys, this is one of those times where we're facing something that had to happen. Now, we just had the summer solstice yesterday. I'm uploading this on the 22nd of June. But with that, the energies that are coming into our lives, it's a transformative energy, and it's going to come to different people in different ways. For some people, it's going to be a very smooth transition into the new life that you need. For other people, again, it's going to be that smack in the face, something that you had to see, something that could be upsetting. But the most important thing is that this is for the greater good, and even if it hurts the way that it's happening, it's putting you in a place where you're going to have control over your life again. All right, you just need to get through that road bump first. So there's something here that, you know, makes you unhappy, something where maybe you're stuck in the past, you're thinking about things and how they used to be in the past, but as much as this is hurting you or hurting someone else, it's just something that shouldn't be taken. You know, there's something here that should not be happening. And once you decide, even if it really hurts, once you decide that this is something that is not going to work for you, a direction that you're not going to go in, you have the Chariot. All right, so through pain or through discomfort, you gain control of your life again. Okay, you move forward very quickly in a way that is just like, okay, I know which direction I want to go in. I know what I need to do to get, you know, what I want. But you had to let something go. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse. So maybe if this is for love, you guys were in a third-party relationship. But with anything else, maybe you had to remove yourself from a group of friends. Maybe you had to remove yourself from a job or, you know, a social circle, whatever it is. But there's just something here that it wasn't working. You weren't being appreciated. You know, you weren't seeing eye to eye with the person or with an establishment. Okay. And you might feel a loss, but there's something here that just has to be cut off. Something here that there's not going to be victory because there's someone involved that didn't have all the facts. Okay. But the good thing is it's taking you in a direction where eventually the worry is going to go away. The burden is going to be released. But I feel like this is just something where the Band-Aid just has to be ripped off, guys. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like there's something here that you're going to feel is very unfair. For some of you, an unreliable energy or friend around you. For others of you, someone just plainly cheating in a situation. And it's bringing out the worst in you. Okay, so I feel like it's just a time for self-reflection. How did I get to this point? Why was, you know, I attracted to this? Or what was my energy like that I brought that sort of energy into my life? All right. And the thing with pain, although it's very difficult to go through, it's a wake-up call. You know, anytime I personally go through a very painful situation, of course I'm going to have my times where I'm crying, where I just feel like shit. But I always, you know, take a time to reestablish who I am as a person, where I'm thinking like, okay, this happened because I lost myself in a sense. So what do I do to get back to myself? Okay? Things like this happen when we're not loyal to what our soul truly wants. We're going strictly off the ego. I need this person for this. I need this job for this. But there's always something in your heart that said, is this the best thing for you? All right, so when we have that disconnect with ourselves and the universe, and we just start doing things that our ego convinces us that we need at the time, that's when we kind of stray. That's when, you know, things become uncomfortable. So you guys have to make sure that you're being true to yourself at all times. Figure out who you are as a person, you know, down to the core. If nobody was watching, you know, if you went to a world, let's say there's some sort of utopia that was developed, you're not going to know anybody, and in this world, everything is accepted. You can be whoever you want to be, and no one's going to make you feel bad for it. Who would you be, and what would you do? Okay, as long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as you're not doing anything that could get you thrown in jail, you know, what is that for you? And get back to that. Okay, and ask yourself if this situation was in alignment with what you wanted, or, you know, who you want to be, you know, in the future. All right, so a lot to think about. So at this point, you know, what made you get so off course? But the good thing is you guys are going to be able to develop yourself. This is something that had to just kind of happen. You know, I'm surprised the Tower card didn't come out, but I really feel like this is a Tower moment for some of you. Okay, where the ground beneath you is, you know, being shaken, but it's because you had to wake up. There's something that you had to see. All right, so I wish you guys the best with this. If you guys would like a personal reading, I'll leave everything in the description of this video, but we will speak soon, guys. I'll be back with your July readings very soon. Take care.